And record. All right, everybody. It's great to see everybody. Holy cow, it's awesome. It's the end of July. It's hot pretty much everywhere you are, and it's exciting time to be in TSFL. So, like I was saying, if you just hopped on the line, you get me tonight because Ashley is up signing up clients and actually a couple health coaches. And I know the details of everything. So I get to be the person that runs you through all that. So want to say thanks for joining us on the call tonight. And more importantly, wanted to extend a really just a big, bit of gratitude for joining us at convention. And then also who were there in spirit. Ashley and I just can't get enough of just hanging out with you guys, and just between seeing everyone having a blast at convention and our team time on Friday evening. It's so cool to see how many great people just join us in this mission, and we want to make sure we extend that out. So thank you for making our convention awesome, and thank you for making this wouldn't be as much fun unless we're all together doing it. So I want to say thanks for that. We're going to continue with just some random kudos to random people that are doing the do that I've seen. I literally know that so many of you are doing the do, and I can compliment all of you, but just a few things that I saw. First, want to congratulate Lori and Garrett. Fully qualified integrated regional directors this month. Congratulations. Let's see here. Andrea Stimson, associate director, brand new health coach, just decided to crush it. You guys over there in Wyoming just know how to get people healthy. So congrats to all of you guys, and you guys know who all you Wyoming girls are. Sarah Floyd, associate director. Nikki, you made manager. Holy cow. See here, going down the line, Michael decides to make everyone cry this month with his video that he made. Like, I don't know if you guys have all seen that, but if not, go to my page or Michael's page. Truly awesome transformation, my man. You look really good without the goatee. So just want to give you that kudos. Wally, who also decided to crush it while attending Comic-Con all week. So I don't know how, like, you just get everyone at Comic-Con healthy. Like, I don't even know. Let's see here. I'm just random stuff. Joy, who's a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk about and taking advantage of your next few months are going to be about just the best health coaches is the ones that know how to do the basics day in, day out. We share with people and we share what we have and we do it often. And it always comes back to the basics. So I was doing a mentorship call today with Joy and Annie, and she just decided to teach us all about how to keep it simple. And just couldn't give her enough props on that. Let's see here, who else? Dan Rawmakers, who I don't know if anyone can outpace him in the Meltdown Challenge or in sharing these days. He seems to be out like a wild man. Congrats, my man. And Trisha, I see you made it on the line. Congrats on your weight loss. I got to see her at the Super Regional in San Diego early on this year, and we just celebrated her 100 pounds lost at convention, which was pretty cool. I got a really cool picture with her. And pretty much everyone else just doing the do every single day. So want to say those kudos off first. And for all those that I didn't mention, I know you're doing the do. And special also invitation to our debt of gratitude to say thanks for everyone that we did calls with today. Best day I've had in a long time. So I love starting off my day with all you guys. So with that being said, we're going to jump into tonight's webinar. And let me actually share my screen here for a second. Share screen. And tonight, a lot of what we're going to cover is some of the stuff we've covered already in that quick webinar we did the other night, but we have some more details now on things. A little bit more stuff has come out, and just a review, just because all this stuff's so good, and we're going to spend a little bit more time on it tonight. So I first wanted to cover trainings this month. So if you can get to one, get to one. All the trainings across the U.S. I know we have people. Oh, actually, also props to Denise, who decides to travel all the way across the country and get people healthy in Pennsylvania. She's an animal even while moving her family's house. So props to you as well, Denise. Coach Connection, TSFL, CoachConnection.com has all the links. You can click there, and there's field-led trainings. And no matter where you're at in the United States, there's probably one near you. So, can't speak highly or more highly of the community that we're involved in. So go to the trainings, learn. It's amazing. It's not as cool as the Zoom. Our Zoom calls can't do it justice what you actually learn in a training. So I encourage you guys to go there. But the ones that we'll be facilitating this month will be in Costa Mesa. Denise Heinrich is hosting a training. I will be down there. Tons of people are joining us. It's going to be a fun day. Haven't confirmed exactly, but it looks like we're going to probably go from 9 to 1. So again, that's Southern California. If you know anyone in that area, we're going to be doing a health presentation. I'm talking about health coaching and then the whole fundamentals of our simple system. So get them plugged in. That's the biggest thing you can always do. That's another high leverage action in your business. If you see an event and there are people you want to get involved, reach out and send the invitation. And then on Monday, the 18th in the Portland area, we're going to be doing a training on Monday evening. So a little bit different how we normally do it, but we're going to be covering a lot of great stuff. And then this one is actually going to be Zoom called out. So you're actually going to be able to log on no matter where you are. So for the first time, we're going to be able to join together as a whole country and do a training, which I'm super stoked about because it'll make you feel like we're all together in the virtual world. So we're pretty excited about that. So mark down your calendars for that. We got a lot of cool stuff to cover on that as well. So those are the 2 dates. And then again, additionally, check Coach Connection for other trainings that may be near you or people that you want to have see a little bit more about Take Shape for Life. So let me actually minimize this real quick. I'm going to review all of this stuff again real quick. Hold on. I wanted to cover the Be Slim Variety Kit. So, just like, it takes a few different times to learn things. I just wanted to run through, again, some basic numbers in your head here. So these are the new Be Slim Variety Packs. They go live tomorrow. There's a huge benefit in this, and also that the starting price, all of the kits are under $300. So it doesn't matter who you're talking to, they can get started on their first 4 weeks for under $300. So it breaks down, if you can read it this way, it breaks down by the kits underneath the price point. So you have on the left-hand side here, you have the optimal kits. They're at $299.95, and that basically includes Dr. Ray's Habits of Health book and Living a Longer, Healthier Life companion guide. And that's this pack right here, and the basic kits are pretty much the ones that we're going to lead with how to get clients started. Simplicity is key. When we reach out to people, most people like we normally train on, and we're going to do, I can't plug the training on the 18th enough, but most people just want to get healthy. So usually the details and semantics of it that's not where we spend a lot of our time. When we find out people's whys and why they want to get healthy, that's what really matters. And how well you can do that is more important than how well you can explain like what kits they have. But to make it simple, remember the optimal kit and remember the basic kit. So $299.50 for the optimal kit. Again, that's the one with the Habits of Health and the companion guide. And then the basic kit, which is basically just a standard variety pack. It comes in the 3 main variety packs: MetaFast favorites on the go for people that are just, they don't go, they're not, they're in the car maybe a lot, and then gluten-free basic kit. So again, this picture is posted in the Brad and Ashley support page. Feel free to check that out if you need some information on that. And then ideally in the next day, I will get out a quick little cheat sheet on how to reference these a little bit better than just that. You can probably print them off, put it on your client interview folder. Probably be helpful for referencing that, especially for all you new health coaches. Wanted to review again the Be Slim enhancements. Again, the main points is not only is the price point there, and you get 5 free boxes on your first order with your clients, so they get their first 4 weeks for that price point, but they also get continued rolling savings on their Be Slim Club orders. So 5% on all orders between $150 and $249, and 10% on all orders $250 and above. So if some client gets started, they order the basic variety pack, that's $25 off of their next order, which is really cool. Here's an additional tip for all you people that have lots of clients. Talk to your clients about this benefit. They love it. It was so exciting telling people like, hey, for continuing on your journey, Take Shape for Life wants to set you up with success. From now on, you're going to either get 5% or 10% savings on your Be Slim Club orders. And we do that because they want to reward you for doing the activity that's going to get you to your health goals and then continue living a healthy lifestyle. Shipping benefits, free shipping on all orders of over $250. And then it'll be flat rate shipping of $5 for $150 and above if the orders don't make it all the way up to $250. And the only thing to remember is as you're talking with your clients, and they'll get notifications of this via email, so you're it's just more for you to know, is they must have placed an order every 60 days to receive those rewards. So those disappear over time. which is kind of an incentive because if they're moving forward on their health goals, they'll need to take advantage of those rewards. So it's pretty exciting to keep everything Take Shape for Life does is to help people stay moving forward on their health goals. So it's pretty cool. So again, those are some of the B Slim enhancement points I want to cover again. So this is where I wanted to spend a little bit of time with you guys tonight. And actually our whole 18th training that we're training out is going to revolve around the whole simple systems of start to finish on all the things that we do as health coaches, which are only two things. When you really break it down, it's we reach out, start, and support clients. And then we reach out and bring on and support health coaches. So those two categories are the only things we're doing. That's what the training is going to revolve all around. So what we're doing here, and actually if you want to take a screenshot of this right here, this is just some key numbers to remember. And, you know, after repetition, you'll get really good at it. But these are just some good things to keep in your head when people ask you questions. And I can't reiterate enough that when I started to practice and getting comfortable at, you know, becoming a professional at what I wanted to share with people, it just got easier. Because when you're prepared to say stuff to people, then it naturally comes out a lot more, you'll notice. So practice your story, practice these things in your head so you remember them all. So what we're leading with as you're talking to most clients and you're finding out about their journey, and one thing that's really exciting about our new variety packs and the ebook and all the great tools that we have that I'm going to cover here in a second is that we actually now have a pretty even playing field, and it's actually really simple to explain what our program is. So what we're basically encouraging people to lead with when they're talking with people is the standard variety pack, which clients get to start for $254.25 for their first 4 weeks on plan. And that's really simple, and they get the ebook, and they can start diving into the Habits of Health system in their first step. So one thing I also want to clarify with you guys as you guys are kind of getting the verbiage and everything down, the ebook is part of the Habits of Health system, and there's multiple parts of the Habits of Health system, and it actually kind of gets broken down in order. There's two awakening tools. There's the ebook, there's Discover Your Optimal Health, there's the DVD, there is the workbook, and there's the Habits of Health book. I don't mean to overwhelm you, but those are all the great tools that you can get to connect to your clients to help them move forward on their journey. So what we're doing to help people make it really easy for their clients to dive into and really easy for you to start your clients is start them off with the variety pack. I mean, obviously, if they have, I'm not going to go down the other options, but, ask them questions. Most of the clients will probably start with the variety pack because it has all the best variety of foods. But then also start them with the ebook. And I'm going to show you guys a little bit more detail of what that looks like here in a second. But again, so I'm going to go down these lines real quick. So $254.50 to start on their first 4 weeks of plan. That's 20 boxes of food. It's 15 boxes on the B Slim pack plus their 5 free boxes their first month. And then remembering to remind them that 20 boxes on their future order is basically about on par with where they're going to want to be for their B Slim Club orders. And that's basically about $313 a month. So $254 to start, about $313 thereafter after they get their rolling bonuses of their B Slim. So those are the numbers to remember for people, and that's actually pretty on par for being able to explain what it is our program is. And another great way to break it down is it's $9 a day for your first month, $10 a day every single day, or every day or every month after that. And then one other thing that we're also going to do is we're going to have, I know many of you guys have your welcome email. We're actually going to post an updated welcome email in the Brad and Ashley support page here in the next couple of days. So you guys can kind of see, we'll be able to detail out some of the basic things that you can do to help get your clients integrated into the new stuff. So there's a lot of new things that we can get them. So we want to make it really easy. We're going to post that again so you guys can just make that your new welcome email. So look for that in the next couple of days. And then the one thing I do want it, so we're getting comfortable with verbiage. The gold standard, and that's what we kind of like to refer it to, is the optimal variety pack. The end all be all, what we ultimately want to coach people to is not only being successful on their weight loss, but owning the Habits of Health system and taking it on, the whole system. So obviously, if someone's ready to just dive in and ready to go, and you're talking with them about their journey, you're asking them questions, you're finding out why they want to get healthy, you may suggest that they start with the optimal variety pack if they're ready to dive into the Habits of Health. So that's just so that way you just have two options when you're starting somebody. Either they're going to get a small piece of the Habits of Health that's going to work them into the next step, or they're going to be ready to take on the, Dr. A's Habits of Health, which is great too. So this will be recorded, so you can rewatch this if you have any questions, or also take a screenshot of that. But that's kind of what we're suggesting with people on, oops, 1 second. There we go. That's what we're suggesting on a few numbers on how to talk with people about that. So that's some verbiage. When you practice it, it gets really easy when you're talking to people about program. So talked about the Stop Challenge Choose ebook. There's 2 ways to utilize this. One, obviously, when someone gets started, you want to get them that and you want to coach that. I'm going to show you here in a second. But also, feel free to hand out the link to everyone that you are layering on. If you need a tool, a conversation piece, or you want to leave someone with something that's going to lead them in, you go ahead and send them the ebook link. There's also the transformation. We'll talk about that in a second. But this is a great tool for a conversation starter, or someone who you talk to and they're like, I'm thinking about it, I'm not ready. Get them started integrated in the system. This is a great way to start getting them started on their habits of health journey. And something you can check back with them on. How to give it to clients. So you'll want to get your own personal link so you can send it. So if you haven't done this yet, this is something you guys will probably want to do tonight. It takes like 2 seconds. Go to stopchallengechoose.com. And actually, I'm going to move the screen here. You'll see this page when you click on the 12-week or when you go to sign up for the book. You just fill in your name, your last name, the email address. They will send you a link to the ebook. You want to save that link. So save that, or click on that and have it take you to the internet, and then copy the address bar. Because you can copy and paste and give that link to everyone else, and then that way they can click on the ebook. So you can just click and send it to people. You can also put this in your welcome email, which we'll put out here shortly. So that's something you'd want to do as a high leverage activity, so you have it to click and send. I did want to show you guys the ebook real quick, and I forgot to set it up in my, here we go. There we go, so we can see it real quick. Look, I'm gonna go to, stop sharing real quick. Quick slide of hands. How many people have checked out the ebook? All right, so you guys are pretty well versed on it. All right, well done. It's pretty cool, and this actually has a lot of great pieces to be coaching your clients on. So I won't go through it because it sounds like many of you explored it, but if you get this in your hands, this is a really good conversation piece with your clients as they're getting started. There's a lot to bounce the ball back on. There's a lot of things for them to be thinking of, and they can dive into it while they're waiting for their shipment to arrive. So pretty cool. I covered this already, so jump into the other stuff. Now we have a little bit more details on the coaching video. So I want to go over this real quick. So again, I'm going to move the screen here. When your clients get started, they're going to, starting on the August 11th, this is when it goes live. So any client that starts on August 11th, they will get this email mailed to them when they sign up. It'll be an email from the home office that basically, welcomes them to Take Shape for Life. Dr. A is welcoming them. Then they'll get a second email from our home office, Jeanette Mills, and it basically is an opt-in email. So the key why I'm reminding you guys of this is as you're starting your clients, you're going to, before they get started, remind them to opt in the day before they get started so their email series lines up with the day they get started. There's days 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then weekly emails going forward on that. So that's how that goes. And then anyone who wants to partake in this, when the videos go live on August 11th, they're also going to be on our co-branded website under support tools. So anyone can get a hold of them at any time if they want to join in on those, like if you have clients already on program. Here's just some pictures of them. This is just some of the first emails and what they look like on the site. So you have Lori Anderson welcoming you to the day of getting started. And you've got just great people. Shirley Mast, who has a great health journey. All the people just welcoming them and basically short snippets to help them get integrated and make sure that your clients are having a really good time on their first few days of program and being encouraged. So it kind of takes the burden off of you to make sure that you are putting the stress to make sure you're getting in contact. I mean, yes, you're going to want to stay in contact with them for the first few days, but now you're going to know that there's going to be extra support given from different areas as they're getting started. So, which is really exciting, because the other thing that we want to show people is that it's more than just us. It's a whole bio network of support. And that's another great thing. So I'm actually going to have Global Director Don Chow come on and explain a little bit of the transformation and how to get a personal link that you can send to people that already attach them to you. So Don, are you on?
I am, Brad.
Awesome.
So, all right, everyone. So I got an email earlier in the week from Dr. Anderson. It was actually, well, we all did, but Shirley Mast had discovered when you go into the Stop Challenge Choose, we have the 12-week health transformation, which is going to be daily emails. The first cohort actually starts on August 4th, which is Monday. So I've signed up for that, and quite a few of our clients have signed up for that. It's a great kind of interim between now and when the next meltdown challenge starts, or thin it to when it starts in September. So what you want to do, or what we've done, is actually sent them a link so that they don't have to go and search for us as their coaches. When they click on the link, it actually takes them directly to sign up with us as their coaches. So when you go to stopchallengechoose.com, you just scroll down, and you'll see the green, oh, Brad, you were right there. You'll see the green link kind of right there in the middle underneath the writing. So you click on that. There you go. So it says, are you already working with a health coach? Click here. So you click right there, and what it allows you to do is search for yourself. So we went in and searched for us, and then you click on it, and it will give you your link up in the URL. It's a long link. So if you're putting it into an email, you can easily change it to something that's shorter and prettier to look at. So some of the things Brian and I are doing is adding that to a few of our newsletters, and also to my signature. When I send out emails, it's going to be added in there. Join our 12-week transformation. And then I explain it to clients that it's just going to be daily emails to kind of get their days focused on health. So we'll be learning a little bit more about that as we go through with this first group starting on the 4th. So once they get an email that says welcome to the transformation, they'll need to opt into it. So you'll want to remind people to opt in. What I'm doing is sending them the ebook and a link as soon as they've joined the transformation. And then they'll get to designate whether they're male or female. So they don't have to go to the woman or men tab. When they're actually putting in their information, they get to pick. So that's what we're doing and how we're utilizing that in this interim until the challenge starts.
Awesome. Thanks, Don. 1 second, making a note real quick. 1 second. Perfect. All right, just had to adjust something real quick. Perfect. So that's another great tool. So I'm going to actually recap some of the awesome tools that you have for you guys that are looking to just, grow this month, because we also have an additional incentive this month with the recognition trip to obviously get out and go out and do some things. So I'm going to cover the last one real quick, which is the meltdown challenge. So many of you guys have already participated in the July one, which is kind of a mock run, so you guys could see how it works. And what's really exciting, you probably saw the post we put in our group. So when people sign in, there's all these there's great ways to participate, but one of the great tools that we have once we're done is we have the ability of funds left over to reach out and help people that are in the challenge, either give scholarships, like $25 getting started scholarships to people that are in the challenge, family and friends, or people that may be in the challenge that aren't on program yet. So this is going to be a really fun tool to help grow your business, but also it's a talking point. So if you have pre-clients, we're talking to everyone every day about what we're doing, but if you're looking for reasons for them, it's a match for them to sign up. Well, here's a great one, because in July, we're doing the one that starts, it's called Thin It to Win It, and it's going to be the company ran one. It's going to start for signups on August 18th. So you can see here on the left-hand side. That's when people like your clients, everything, people you are talking to, layering on, can join the challenge. And that's when you can set up your own room. We'll have a little bit more details exactly how to do this. And if you're looking for a timeline, around the 10th of the month, we'll start getting you guys all the details, getting you some pictures, some graphics to start posting, because it's a great conversation starter with your, your people to help list. Let's see here. I think I covered all of that. But as you can see, this is a great tool for clients to be successful. And anyone who's been in the challenge, you're, as a client, it's just a great way to help get integrated a lot faster. You get basically points like to win the challenge, to participate in all the great things that TSFL offers. So not only that, you can see the points that your clients have. So if like they're a little low on points, you can be like, hey, Susie, come join, the challenge, or, jump back in here and check out this week's leadership call, or this week's Habits of Health support call, and get 5 points. You can catch up. And then they want to get, more integrated. We all know clients that take more advantage and get more plugged in, not only do better, but they refer more, and they pass along, they say great things about their health coach, and possibly even want to become a health coach and join us. So you'll start to get to see it as it kind of unfolds the next little bit, but this is a really exciting thing, and kind of look for those dates on this. So we'll have some more stuff around the 10th of the month on that. Here's the thing I was really excited about to talk to you. So we have pretty much all the announcements for the incentive trip. So I went over them the other night on the call, but the other reasons why we have all these great things to reach out to people is because we have a really good time to build our business. And basically this whole call needs to get up and go to Cancun with us. So that's what you guys got to be prepared to do. It's actually, you have to be doing work in your business, but actually it's very simple to qualify. I'm going to go over a couple of examples here in a second. But all you have to do is grow over your baseline 25 points. And you get points for all these areas right here. You get points for standard qualifying points, every 1,200 you have in frontline volume, every senior coach team you have on your team, and 1 point for every qualified executive director team. That's how you earn points for your base for the trip. And then you also get bonus points for FIBC, health coaches, our personally sponsored health coaches earn their cabs, and then new E-teams that get developed. And your baseline is April, May, and June. And I believe I saw that they will be announcing baselines tomorrow. So you'll actually get your official one, but you can pretty much calculate it yourself. And you should have also received an email that detailed it out from the home office today. It's at the bottom of the email, and it talks about the trip to the resort. So those are some of the details. You can look it up here, but I wanted to go over a quick example of what it looked like. So let's look at it. I know many of you, we have a lot of newer coaches on the line. This is what it would look like to earn a trip as kind of like, you've been coaching for a little bit and you've kind of started gaining some clients. So let's say, and follow my this here for a second and humor me, but just to show you how simple it is, basically if you bump up your frontline volume and sponsor a few coaches over the next 6 months, that will essentially get you to Cancun. So doing all the things you should be doing in your business anyways will get you in the sand in March of next year. So let's say that a health coach, and if you follow me at the top, and actually I can't see my own screen. Can you guys see my cursor? Okay, cool. Okay. Thank you, Wally. So it just disappears. So if you have 3,600 and no senior coaches on your team, basically this is how you would qualify. You take your baseline, which is 3, times it by 6, because that's how many months of qualification periods there is, which, and in this example, if this person's baseline was 3 points, you would have 18 points. That would be your baseline over 6 months. And then you need to grow 25. So you add 25 to that 18, which gets you 43 points in this particular example. So if you know your baseline is 3 right now, I'm doing your calculations for you right now. So take August. If you were able in August as this person to grow to 6,000 frontline volume and just reach the rank of executive director, you would have, I said 6 points here, but it's not 6. It's 5 points of your 43 earned. In the next month, if you were at 40, if you bumped up your frontline volume and brought on a few more clients, you'd be at 7,200. If you were able to sponsor a coach in that time period, that would be another point. You'd also get a point for helping them reach their cap. That would be 8 points. You would have 13 of your 43 needed accumulated by that month. The next month, if you gain a few more clients, work on your referrals, talk to more people, bump your frontline volume to 8,400. You'd have 1 senior coach team. That'd be 8 points. You'd have 21 of the 43 earned. You're essentially halfway there. In November, you know what? November and December usually aren't the biggest growing months, but you can actually, there's plenty of people that want to get healthy those months. If you are at 7,200, say you bring on another person that actually finishes the rank at senior coach, that'd be another 8 points. 29 of the 43 you need. Let's go down the line. December, 6,000 plus 2 senior coach equals 7 points. 36 of 43 earned. And then in January, which is always a great month for client acquisition, if you've been doing the through the holiday months, you can bump up your frontline volume, 9 points total. You'd have over the total you needed to earn. So essentially going for a conservative pace in your business at this level, that's how simple it would be to qualify. I know that's a lot of numbers, but I just wanted to give you the idea, like, this is not crazy to be able to qualify. It's actually very simple if you focus on the areas in your business. And what's even more important, not only are you going to Cancun, but you took your business to the level you want to be at over those 6 months. You went from making probably somewhere between $800 and $900 and only supporting about 10 clients to making about $3,000 to $4,000 and being able to say you affect the lives of dozens of people changing their health, which is a pretty cool thing. So that's one example. Let's say you're a newer coach on this line, or you're a new coach in the last few months, and let's say you've been doing let's actually just give Andrea big props, because she shot out of the gate and her qualifying points are 0 right now. So let's just go this, and I know there's a bunch of people who this is where you're at. So all you have to do is gain 25 points over the next 6 months. So let's say in August you shoot up to 2,400. It's about 8 clients. September, you shoot up to executive director. That's 5 points, supported about 20 clients. You shoot up in October, you stay executive director. It's another 5 points. In November, you're executive director, 5 points. And let's say worst case scenario, this doesn't happen, and December can be a growth month. You'll guys remember me talking about this when we get to December, because December can be your best month if you do it right. But let's just say, I like to be conservative. Let's say that in December, this person actually dropped down to 4,800, even as a new coach. In just December, they would get 4 points. They'd still be on track to go. January, 6,000, and let's just say they even had a senior coach team. They wouldn't even need the senior coach team, but ideally that's what would be going on in their business. They'd have 6 points. They would be overshooting what it takes to go to Cancun. So that's literally how simple it is. It's amazing. So if you've been talking to people about becoming a health coach, this is also another reason for them to start right now, because their baseline points are 0 and they have the advantage to take on all these great tools that we're talking about. So for the people that have a little bit larger business, I'm not going to go through that example. That's a lot of numbers, so I'm not going to bore people with numbers. So I'm really just going to get to talking about taking action on your goals this month, because this is really where the rubber meets the road, is how many people we talk to and how many people we share with. And when we take our goals into effect and zoom in on what we want to accomplish, anything is possible. So before I talk about kind of ending the call here and just a few different things, and probably leave with a few top tips, is these are the things that you had to talk about people now. No matter if you're a new coach or you're a seasoned coach, you have the new price point. That's a fantastic reason to reach out to everyone you know and say, hey, you have the ability to get started for the best deal that we've ever had before. You can get started on program for $9 a day. It's $254 for your first month. It's never been easier. Or we all know that if you've been sharing, maybe a few people have been hemming and hawing because they've been committed to, or they're wondering about the cost. This is a great reason to reach out to them. Start those 5 to 12 touches it takes to get someone started right now. There's another thing you can do. Don Chow just went over the amazing tool, the transformation. That's something you can literally reach out and give to everyone. Just say, hey, I'm really enjoying this program. You can do it to anyone, but I'm just going to go the example of someone you're trying to layer with or connect with, or maybe is even on your share list and you haven't reached out to them yet because you haven't figured out how. Take that transformation link and say, hi, I'm not sure if you probably seen what I've been doing on Facebook, but I wanted you to have this link. I'm sending it out to all of my close family and friends. It's basically the ebook, or it's a free book that goes over the system that's allowed me to get healthy and that I coach my clients on. And I'm just making sure everyone gets their hands on it because this is an amazing program and it's great information. So if you know anyone that wants to get healthy or lose weight or started the path to a healthier lifestyle, would you please think of me? You just possibly got a client right there because they're on your list, or now they know how to refer to you. So that's another way to use this tool. The last way to use the tool, all the tools that I just went over, is the Meltdown Challenge, which, again, the official title is Thin It to Win It. And we'll be doing some more training on this, just some simple stuff so you can know how to best maximize this. But know around the 10th of the month, we're going to start getting the word out on this. So you want to reach out to all your clients, possibly past clients, and even people that maybe health coach candidates that maybe don't need to lose weight, or just really anyone. Like, I was thinking about how I'm going to utilize this the other day. Like, hate to call him out, but I want my old boss to get healthy, and he is not getting healthy any way, shape, or form. I tried like every way in the book. I know he's always for a game. I know he's always for a competition. I'm going to have him join the Meltdown Challenge. And you know what? Or I'm going to have him join the Fin It to Win It. And after he sees and he gets plugged in, he'll be one step closer. You do that with 10 people that are like, they won't start program, they won't do it, like they just can't commit. You get 10 people in the challenge like that, I guarantee by the end of them, 2 or more will start. And these are just different ways that you can play the numbers game and reach out. So I hope you guys are excited as I am, because I'm always coming up with different ways to reach out, and the company just gave us 3 awesome ones. So the numbers game that comes into effect has never been easier to play. So that's why I'm going to lead us into basically just finishing up this call with setting up your month with success. And the whole reason we come together for this month is not only to just see all of our smiling faces and to just celebrate all the success that we're having, and just because we love each other so much, but it's to take aim on our goals. Because when we take aim on our goals, that's when they really happen, and that's when lots of people get healthy, and that's when we're accomplishing what we want to accomplish. So I actually got to give props to Russ McCann. He actually took my success tracker to the next level. This is his little creation. He took my layout and made it pretty, because that's not something I do very well. So so this new link is in the Brad and Ashley support page, the health coach support page, and you can print it off. And if you haven't utilized this tool before, I know we have a lot of new people online, this is the really great way to utilize it, because it helps keep everything focused in one area. Because if you're like me, you have a second, it gets all over the place, and you're scattered, and by the end of the day, you don't do anything. So this is a great way to keep it all on one piece of paper. So take this success tracker right here, and as always, we set goals. By the end of the month, I would like to be here. And not only should that be tangible numbers, but it also should be things that you want in your life. I always encourage setting new health goals, because a health coach with goals in motion is a health coach that's on fire. And you can't, there's just something to be said that when you're moving forward, more people join with you. So it doesn't matter what the goal is, encourage yourself to do something, but also do some business some actual tangible business numbers. Then below it, your current reality. So where you're starting at from right now. And then how to use this folder, right, or this tool right here is you're going to start at the bottom, and you're going to start listing your clients on program that will be ordering that month. So you can have a gauge on where you're going to ideally end up. So if you have 10 clients on program, they're doing well. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're already going to be hitting associate director this month. What's it going to take me to get to director? Okay, I got to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or let's see here. 4 more people to get to that goal. It makes it really simple to play that game, which is really simple. So 1 second, I'm going to write something down. And that's how you take aim on your month, and you leave nothing to chance. That way you're not guessing where you're going to end up in the end of the month. You're controlling it, and and now you're in charge of going out and getting those people healthy and to say yes. This one has also been graduated for people to for them to make it past executive director, to start thinking bigger and work towards 30 clients. Because after you're a pro and you're executive director, the goal is to bring on a few more people. It gets easier and easier. So if you're a new coach on the line and you haven't heard this yet, and maybe you're like, oh, I'm juggling a few clients, it's getting kind of crazy. It actually is the exact same amount of work. You can ask anyone who's experienced coaching clients. It seems to be the exact same amount of work to coach 5 as it is to coach 25. So ask anyone with a lot of clients. They'll basically tell you pretty much the same thing. But also it gets a lot easier too. You get really good at it. On the right-hand side here, just so you can keep track of the people you're affecting, you always have a list of people that you know are about to get healthy, that you're bouncing the ball back. So keep them in the queue right here, so you know to concentrate and keep that ball bouncing back and forth with them. And a really full about to get healthy list is a really good list. And then also, you can keep track of the people that you know. I'm never going to do this justice, because Ashley is always the one that explains this, but you always want to envision what you want to create. And the same goes with your team. You want to bring on amazing people that you want to partner with. You get to choose who you work with. So when you start seeing people that have the qualities that you want to partner with, make sure to write them down. So you make sure to reach out to them, and you're touching base with them as you go on here. And then a lot of people have questions on this little piece at the bottom. This one's right here because at the end of the day, this business is a numbers game. It's, there's almost 75% of Americans need to, that are either overweight or obese. So there's no shortage of people that we need to be out there sharing this with. So some people that sometimes they get in a rut. I was saying in the beginning, health coaching is all about the basics. It's how many people you share with. And at any time, about 1 in 5 people will get healthy or choose to get healthy pretty soon after you share with them, if you connect with them and share with them what this program is all about. So if you're having trouble, if you feel like you don't know where clients are going to come from, this activity tracker here keeps you on pace, because it's basically one for each day of the week, broken down by 4 weeks. And you can track if you're talking to at least 5 people a day, and then keeping yourself accountable. Am I talking to someone that wasn't on my list to get healthy? Am I adding to that list? So it's basically just a tracker to make sure you're doing the daily work that gets you where you want to go. And then on the back of it, you can make the list of all the people you know you want to get healthy, that have reached out, that have said something. Or when you're coaching your clients and they say, hey, this person's watching me and they're interested in what I'm doing, but they're not quite ready yet, put them on that list. Make sure that list is nice and full. And that's how, like, if you have that many people on that list and you're connecting with them, that's literally, we haven't told that story in a long time. We haven't done that training. So how Ashley and I went executive director in less than 3 months is we made a list of 100 people that we wanted to talk to. It wasn't quite 100, but we made sure to cross, like, we literally went through and crossed off all those lines and made sure that everyone on that list knew what we were doing, or they had reached out to us from what we were doing on Facebook. So at the end of 45 days, we were executive director, even with 2 full-time jobs. So that's how simple it is. And I just can't remind you how much enough that it's always about the basics and how many people you're sharing with. And there's always extra time in the day to make a share. A Facebook like, a relationship touch, anything like that from someone on this list moves your business forward. And also, can't just say enough, it's just goodwill to just lift people's days up too. So if anything, if you're not feeling like you got anything done that day, ask yourself, did you brighten someone's day today? That's always a plus as well. So that's pretty much what I got for you guys tonight. So these are all the great tools that we have this month. Hopefully you're feeling a little bit more versed on them now. Pick and choose what is going to be the way you want to reach out. But the thing at the end of the day is, how many people can you reach out to and start talking to? So how are you going to work that into your schedule? And I'm a big schedule person. So take a back look at your week. We're coming up on the end of this week as we go into August. What are you going to be doing week 1 to move your business forward on your goals? What are you doing week 2, week 3, week 4? What are you doing daily that moves your business forward? What are you going to do daily that moves people forward towards saying yes to help? So I think those are pretty much all the tips I have for you this week. I congratulate everyone for coming on the call tonight. You guys obviously take health coaching and paying it forward very seriously. So want to make sure I congratulate all of you guys for being on tonight. And the other tip of the week is just going to be random. When you start a client on program and you're finding out about their world and why they want to get healthy, make sure to ask them about who supports them. Because when you find out who's supporting them, they may say, oh, I have a partner that goes to the gym with me, this, that, and the other. You can usually sign up 2 people or get a possible first referral from that first person when you're talking. And you do this for 2 reasons. 1, because it builds your business, but 2, ultimately you do it because if they have a partner on program, it's going to make your client even more successful as well. So that's my additional tip of the week, and that's what I got for all you guys. So thank you guys all for joining me on the call. We had a blast with you at convention, and I think I'll just leave you guys with this. So take the last 10 minutes off this over this call before we hit 9 o'clock. Grab that link from stopchallengejuice.com so you can send that link, your personal link, to all of your people you want to share it with. And then lastly, print off that success tracker that I was just talking about. It's posted in the health coach support page, and start setting up your goals. Because that's what a person that wants to accomplish things, they do. They start setting up their game plan ahead of time. So just like I know many of you, and props to many of you who we had meetings today, you guys already had your goals set. And that's why you guys are truly big thinkers and world changers. So I think that's everything I got for you guys. Thank you for everything you do. And I'll leave it lastly with, if you haven't connected with your support team to make your plan for this month, please reach out. They want to help you, and they will help guide you along the way. So let's go make August our best month. Let's make history, and let's get a lot of people healthy. And let's go to Cancun. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Brad.